before 1:30, it gets a little dicey because remember, fans, if the boats drop below 80 miles an hour during the 5-minute period, they get one warning and then they get told to pick it up. And the reason we do that is you can't go all the way up the top end of the race course very early and just park yourself in lane 1, a la the 5 liters we saw yesterday.
And let's talk about that 80 miles an hour. It was going to be that they were going to put some sort of a device that they could track the boat speed, but they do it by eye.
They do it by eye, but there's a strobe light on top of the canopy, and if they drop below 80, that thing will start blinking.
Okay. All right. Let's head back over to Tire Factory turn number 2 if we can. And Kevin Rounds.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting an ideal spot, I think, over here as we get ready. But I'm anxious to see some boats in the water, see some racing, as particularly as it's such a strong first heat in today with Tate and Phipps and Kelly. It would be awesome to see these boats going deck to deck coming out of turn 1 into Tire Factory turn 2 up the backstretch, especially since, as Brad reported earlier today, we get an extra lap in these heats. We're going to do a 4-lapper, and that's going to be pretty sweet. But what does Andrew Tate have? Is he going to be the class of this first heat? Does the 12 have something for him? Does the 1918 have something as the Alberto back on the water for this weekend and next weekend?
Well, I imagine that we're getting close. We have both helicopters now have just left the area behind our broadcast barge, and that's a pretty good indication that we might be getting close if the helicopters are in the air, Brad.
Yeah, we are getting close here. I am up second level here. I'm up in the corral, just waiting for the official countdown. We were just told we might have to wait another minute or 2, just trying to make sure we get all the boats in the water so everybody's got a fair opportunity here. And I think they're picking and placing pretty much everybody here for heats 1A and 1B.
And again, for those that are listening in their car and heading over the Blue Bridge, especially southbound, yeah, boats might be on the water, but you know what, come down to the park and enjoy it, or not, but don't slow down. Every year there's an accident or 2 or 3 or 10.
If you're a passenger, go ahead and look.
Yeah, the passengers actually, if you're heading southbound, the passengers got the better view anyway.
And we'll do the best we can to describe what's happening for the driver.
Yeah,
All right.
It is cool. It is a cool view, no doubt, but not when you've got 20 or 30 cars behind you.
And it's CO Energy, Heat 1A with the 9, Les Schwab, Delta Real Track, Andrew Tate. Along with the 12, Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly, our defending champion here, the HAPO Columbia Cup. 21, Payne West Insurance, Brian Perkins. The 440, Bucket List Racing, Dustin Eccles and Cal Phipps. In the Oberto, the U1918, celebrating 100 years of Oberto. Thanks to Kennewick Dental, they treat people, not just patients. Off to Shoots in Kennewick, a second location opening this summer. Complimentary consultations always available. Metz Mobile Marine, they know boats, master technicians since 1971, 43 years experience. Merc Cruiser stern drives, inboards too, saving you on top-notch repairs. Metz Mobile Marine, 539-0632. And thanks to our friends at the Lions Mobile Kitchen at the end of the driving range, near the special area for the Gold Star families with the local 598. They have fantastic lunch and breakfast items for you. Canyon Lakes Golf Course providing our onshore transportation with a couple of golf carts. Why play the rest when you can play the best? Canyon Lakes Golf Course voted best course in Tri-Cities 6 years in a row and counting. Why would you play anywhere else? CanyonLakesGolfCourse.com. Also, C&M Nursery and Landscaping beginning Monday, that is. Annuals and pony packs half off. Veggies and flowers, herbs regularly $3.95, just $2.50. Irrigation, landscaping, they do it all. C&M Nursery and Landscaping. Check them out on Facebook. Ice Harbor Brewery, 21 years in the Tri-Cities. 11 years now on Clover Island at the Marina, the original location. Actually, it was their second location, but 14 years now the brewery has been with the pub at the railroad on 204 North Benton. They have around a dozen locally crafted beers waiting for you on tap, bottles to go, growlers and kegs. And beer and winemaking supplies too at the brewery and pub. Our craft, your beer, it's Ice Harbor Brewery. Columbia Basin Paper and Supply, community involved, serving the Tri-Cities since 1947. Paper and janitorial supplies for business or residential. Don't waste any more time. Stop in today at 515 West Columbia and Pasco. It's Columbia Basin Paper and Supply. And our thanks to Atomic Screen Print and Embroidery for our apparel for the races. And you can get your official Waterfallies H1 Unlimited and vintage hydroplane shirts and more from Atomic at Columbia Park near the pit entrance and the Pasco side Vendors Village all weekend long. The A-team from Atomic Embroidery and Screen Printing. They are located on Columbia Drive in Kennewick and atomicink.net. Weather forecast topping out at 102 this afternoon. Yep. Yesterday was 101. Not much difference. Light winds are expected. That's good for racing. Weather update from Anderson Dental in South Kennewick. Latest techniques and technology giving you the best smile. Healthier, happier smile. Anderson Dental. KennewickSmiles.com.
Heard a countdown above us a couple of minutes ago. Brad, what are you, or Glenn, what are you hearing down in the pits?
We are 7:28 from the start. 7:28. The boats cannot come out on the course until the 5-minute mark.
Okay, so we're standing by for the next 2.5 minutes, and then we'll get into some real heat racing, Michael.
And let's see if we can head over to Kevin Rounce in Tire Factory turn number 2 as we get ready for heat 1A from Connell Oil, CO Energy.
There we go. Am I coming through now?
Yep.
All right, fantastic.
You look great, Kevin.
Oh,
you sound even better.
I feel great, Michael. No, we're just trying to get some just a last minute prepared so we can make sure we're coming through just as fine, just great, as good as we can make it to Tire Factory Turn 2. Especially as it sounds like we're about a minute and a half or so from seeing some boats on the water. And,
140.
There we go. 140 till we see some boats on the water. We're going to see 5 boats, and 5 boats is first heat, and that's going to be pretty darn sweet to see all 5 of them on the water at the same time.
Helicopters above, the officials in the air, the eyes in the sky, making sure everybody is doing things the way they are supposed to. How about, Michael, checking across the way to the Pasco side? There are a lot of canopies and tents across the way. Great crowd over on the Pasco side.
You know, if you take a look at water police and what they've done with the special viewing areas, and they're all full. There was no room left. But there's a lot of shoreline on the Pasco side that's open for people to wheel in their own tents. And then you've got people that have been staking out and claiming their spot along the Kennewick shoreline.
Yep.
As early as Tuesday.
Yeah, where the vendors set up and whatnot.
It really is an awesome spot to watch. Let's see, we've got West Coast Auto Dealers turn number 1. That is your corner at the east end of the course near the Kennewick shoreline. Then Tire Factory turn number 2 where Kevin Rounce is. And the Kona camp. And hello to everybody in our levee area that's having a great time, including Bunch Finnegan and Jeff Winney from Bosch. Hope you enjoy that. I know you will. The boats are going to be coming right at you here shortly. You've got You Pull It Auto Parts turn number 3, the west end of the course, Pasco side. And then Buffalo Brothers. The most fun that you'll ever have is with Buffalo Brothers in turn number 4. They are the best hydro race fans on the circuit. And right here at the Griggs Ace Hardware start-finish line, that's where we are perched on the second level of what's called the barge that doesn't float.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, they're
Here we go.
spooling up. Let's do some racing.
It is time to go racing here. It is heat 1A of the 2018 HAPO Columbia Cup. 5 boats scheduled to go here in heat 1A. All 5 are coming away at the same time. First boat away, Cal Phipps. He's going to be the first one across the river, I think. He's followed by Andrew Tate, Brian Perkins, J. Michael Kelly, and Justin Eccles in the orange 440 is going to be the last one away from the dock. Kevin over on the other side, time to go racing. You got 5 boats coming into your lap, buddy.
Oh, and it's a beautiful sight right now, trying to get those boats lined up. Looks like the Alberta's first out, going to be first one in line to hit the turn. J. Michael Kelly going out a little wider than the rest. Andrew Tate on the inside are already trying to claim lap 1. Brian Perkins out there with the beautiful checkerboard pattern on the fins back there. And then coming up last, Dustin Eccles in the U440 bucket list racing as they all head down the backstretch for Michael McDonald and Ed Dawson back at the barge.
Yep, they're heading towards You Pull It Auto Parts turn number 3. We'll also be watching the ESCO Electric DMZ, the middle of the course, to see who's going to make the first move to the infield and cut across. Now, Perkins is going to take the boat into You Pull It Auto Parts turn number 3 first, and you've got Cal Phipps and the Oberto outside of him. Tate is taking it easy coming up the backstretch into You Pull It Auto Parts turn number 3. Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, our 4-corner super speedway here, so we can dial in the action for you. Perkins across the start-finish line now. He is in lane number 1, and he's backing off the throttle. The race before the race, Brad Luce.
It is indeed 3 minutes and 12 seconds. 3:12 to the start. Here comes, I believe that is Andrew Tate coming down the front straightaway. He's going to come down here first. We'll check him off. So far, nobody has cut the race course as yet. No, that's Perkins.
Yep, Perkins.
Yep, Perkins is the first one down here. Got
Perkins,
a couple away.
Phipps, Tate, J. Michael Kelly, Eccles on the outside.
And there's that metallic paint job on the Oberto as he goes. When the sun catches it, it's just gorgeous as he comes through the lower grand. Look at Tate. Tate's going to cut the course, jump over to the other side.
So's J. Michael Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly's going up above him, too. So who's going to... I said we didn't expect a lot of monkey work, but here we go. And Kelly's now found his way into lane 1. But we still have a long way to go at 2:30. 2:30, Michael.
Tate was trying to cut the course, but he couldn't get in front of Brian Perkins, and so he ended up coming right in through Perkins' wash as J. Michael Kelly cut that short course a little bit shorter than the others. By the way, just a good reminder, too. But
watch J. Michael Kelly's speed at the top end of the course.
Down.
And watch that beacon. And he's crawling. He's down.
As Tate, he is.
Yeah.
You're right. He's trying to, he's heading upstream.
Well, now, if he's able to fire it up and get it going, he's okay. Remember, you get 180-mile-an-hour warning before you get disqualified.
Yeah.
J. Michael Kelly, defending champ of the Graham Trucking, is trying to get back up on plane.
Meanwhile,
it's trying, and I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to get it. He does.
Meanwhile, at the start-finish line, Brad, give us a time check.
140 to the start. So good marking here.
Perkins on the inside, Tate in lane number 2.
Now
There's
watch
the
Kelly.
Oberto in third, and Dustin Eccles coming up fast on the outside. He's going to cross about the same time Cal Phipps does, and J. Michael Kelly is back in it, but he's well behind, Michael.
He's got to catch up to the rest of the pack.
Or he can cut the race course down here.
Yeah, he could.
It might work out okay for Kelly as Perkins is down here in 1.
Is he going to dive? Is he going to dive to the inside? I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to go either, and J. Michael Kelly is not in a good spot. He'll be able to catch up with everybody, but he's not going to be on an inside lane, and he's compressor stalling.
Yes, he is.
1 minute to the start.
Yeah, it does look like Perkins will get the inside lane as they go down the backstretch. Tate will be in lane 2. We'll see the Oberto in lane 3. J. Michael Kelly, who does not sound right, is going to be in lane 4, while Dustin Eccles will be out in lane 5.
Yeah, he's got some compression.
Look at Eccles on the outside.
Perkins in lane number 1. Eccles on the outside in the bright orange boat. Bucket List Racing is leading the pack up to the top of the course, but he'll have a longer way to go. J. Michael Kelly's put his foot back into it.
Yep, he's caught up to the rest of the field. He's going to be on the outside lane. That's why he's putting his foot down.
25. They're a little early.
Perkins in 1, Tate in 2, Phipps in 3. Then you've got J. Michael Kelly and Dustin Eccles on the outside. So here we come off the exit pin. Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. 5 boats, deck to deck.
It's going to be
10
close.
seconds, and they are hitting it hard coming down the front
5,
stretch.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a clean start, and Dustin Eccles with great momentum across the start-finish line. Cal Phipps is in lane number 3, and he's doing a good job, and J. Michael Kelly is losing power coming down the front stretch.
You're coming 3 wide to the lower corner here. Phipps going to get down here first. Tate's on the inside, and then it is Perkins in lane 1 to you, Kevin.
Absolutely, Tate bouncing up off the water, but he's got the shorter track, so he's going to get out of turn 2 faster, but the Oberto able to put it into the gas a little bit quicker, and I think he's going to take the lead down the backstretch.
J. Michael Kelly is dead in the water. They're going to have to watch for him as they come up the straightaway on the near side.
Race up the backstretch. It's a beautiful run for Andrew Tate. He's going to pass Cal Phipps. Brian Perkins losing a little bit of distance in lane number 1, but he'll have that lane number 1 coming around the top end of the course, and he might be able to pull even. Boats outside on his right hip. Tate's going to lead at the exit pin of turn number 4. And he left just a little bit of room on the inside for Perkins in the 21. So it's Phipps on the outside, Tate on the inside, coming across the start-finish line after lap number 1.
1 up, 1 down, 3 to go. Remember, we're running a Gold Cup format here. We're going to go 4 laps. Still got 3 boats tied pretty close together. Tate flies the boat. He's got about a 4-boat length lead on Phipps as they come to the corner. And I'll tell you what, Phipps is driving the daylights out of the Oberto, and Perkins is still hanging on the inside.
Tate breaks out of Tire Factory turn 2, and he's got about a rooster tail lead as he starts to extend it over the Alberto boat, but Brian Perkins coming up from behind. He might challenge the old 1918 boat with some back speed.
Yeah, it looks like it's a race for second place right now as Tate has pulled way ahead by a rooster tail now, heading up to You Pull It Auto Parts, turn number 3 into turn number 4, thanks to Buffalo Brothers. Tate still holding on to a rooster tail lead, but Perkins is going to be able to get Cal Phipps for second place at the exit pit of turn number 4 from Buffalo Brothers. So right now the race for second place, and they're dead even. Cal Phipps on the outside, Brian Perkins on the inside in the Payne West. Tate is your leader by a rooster tail and a half coming down the front stretch after 2 laps.
2 laps in the books. We're halfway through our Heat 1A, and now it is all Andrew Tate. Still got a great boat race going for second place, and I'll tell you what, Phipps is running hard, but he's having to run a great big race course here because he's outside of Tate.
Perkins gets out of the tire factory turn 2 first, and no, he's got about a rooster tail lead on Phipps, and he's able to go down the back stretch, but Phipps trying to put it down, and looks like he might be gaining a little bit here as they head to turn 3.
Well, in turn 4 is Dustin Eccles. He's backed way off, thinking he's probably got 4th place points, but he's in danger of being lapped here pretty soon.
Up to the top end of the course, You Pull It Auto Parts, turn number 3. It's Andrew Tate with the lead, about a rooster tail, but looking on the inside, Brian Perkins is running the daylights out of this, and this is a 4-lap race, so we still have 1 more lap to go. Perkins trying to edge in and eat away at that lead from Andrew Tate in the Les Schwab 9. But Tate's going to be leading by a rooster tail coming down the front stretch. Can Perkins catch him in turn number 1 and turn number 2 at the bottom end of the course?
It's a white flag lap. We're on the last lap here, and it's Andrew. He's down here first. I tell you what, Perkins is driving a great race on the inside. Tate is giving him enough room, and I don't know if Perkins has got enough boat to run him down, but he's going to give him a try.
Ooh. Perkins got a little bit loose at tire factory turn number 2.
Yeah, Dustin Eccles giving him lots of space, though, but yeah, Andrew Tate has been giving plenty of space to the 21 as Perkins tries to run him down, but I don't know that he's going to have enough time or the power.
He's inside the rooster tail, coming up the back stretch. Cal Phipps is in 3rd place. Dustin Eccles being lapped now. He's in 4th place, and J. Michael Kelly in the 12 is floating down towards the Blue Bridge. Top end of the course. Can Perkins catch up with Tate? Into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 at the exit pit. It's going to be Tate leading by a half a rooster tail onto the front stretch with a checkered flag out for CO Energy, heat number 1A. And the checkered flag is out for Andrew Tate. 2nd place for Brian Perkins in the Payne West. Cal Phipps in the Alberto takes 3rd. Dustin Eccles still out of the course with another lap to finish. Will take 4th place.
What a great run by the U21 Payne West Insurance Brian Perkins. As soon as the Graham Trucking went down right at the start, Payne West Insurance boat really took advantage and, boy, gave the 9 a run for it. 9's got a lot of power. Andrew Tate will pick up the checkered flag.
Looks like Perkins going to stay out on the course, run another lap, maybe just for safety purposes in case anything went hinky with the start.
It looked clean from here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were easily good on the start.
Yep, 4 laps complete, and absolutely fantastic run by Brian Perkins as he was able to maneuver in that race before the race and get into lane number 1. How about that, Brad? That's incredible.
That was awesome. That's a good start. I had some goosebumps going when the vintage boats were on the course. I got some more after that one. It really was a pretty start, and I just feel terrible for JMK.
Yep.
Well, what happened, Brad, was that we know he lost power, and he got it going again, and he gunned it, tried to make a run at the start. I think that last little push really sent it down, because after that he just powered down and has been floating. The hatch is open, and he looks like the towboat is either in place or about to be there, trying to take him back to the pit area.
Yeah, so, but if you're going to have a bad heat, have it at the beginning of the weekend. Don't have it.
Good.
Yes.
We'll have a reaction coming up in just a few.
As Dustin Eccles now completes the 4th lap, he was making some maneuvers in the pre-race, and even in that first lap, thought that he could hang with everybody, but he was overtaken, and so now he has crossed the start-finish line to make it official for the 4th place, U440 Bucket List Racing, Dustin Eccles.
So, order of finish, Andrew Tate in the 9, Les Schwab Tires, 1st place. Brian Perkins, Payne West Insurance, in second place. Cal Phipps in the U1918 Oberto takes third, and Dustin Eccles 440 Bucket List Racing finishes in fourth place, and a DNF for the 12 Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. Heat number 1 from CO Energy in the books.
Hey, Michael.
Yep.
Hey, we've got Andrew Tate, the winner of that first heat. Andrew, boy, that was a pretty competitive race from start to finish. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm glad the Les Schwab boat could come out of there with 400 points. Obviously, it was, as you noticed, some stiff competition. So we're happy to get out of that one with the 400 and looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
You know, I think a lot of people, when they saw JMK go down, thought, oh, all right, this is not going to be as interesting. But I'm telling you what, that was a great way to start off the competitive racing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, actually, too. 3 boats kind of going back and forth there. Whenever you're that close to someone, it's definitely exciting as a driver. Hopefully it's the same for the fans.
So what do you take away from this to get better as the weekend wears on?
Well, turn 1 down here is always the same. So it was a nice reminder there going in there with everyone kind of beating and banging a little bit. But just carry on, carry forward, trust your instincts, and don't second guess yourself. That's basically kind of what I took out of that one. We were where we wanted to be when we wanted to be there, and we were probably a second late at the start, so we'll work on that.
All right, Andrew, congratulations.
Andrew Tate, winner, CO Energy, Heat 1A. All right, so...
And you hear a little clapping down here in the background. I am standing right above the Darrell Strong Presents Payne West Insurance. I'm going to grab Mr. Perkins here after he gets the obligatory bottle of water and takes the hard hat off. Go ahead and take a breath, bud. But good start to the weekend racing-wise from the fans' perspective, and I have to think, Mr. Perkins, that's a good start to the weekend for you and your boat. You look really good.
Thank you. Yeah, the Payne West boat's running really well. We we didn't have a whole lot of expectations. Thank you for that heat. I mean, we wanted to get as many points as we could, but yeah, it was good.
Andrew was just talking about, the first turn was lumpy, but the first turn's always lumpy. You had it in lane 1. How is it?
Yeah, it's a little lumpy. Andrew and the Les Schwab boat did a great job. They left us plenty of room, and he's really a sportsman and a gentleman to race with. So I'll race with him any day. But it was just great. Everybody did a great job out there. Again, congratulations to the Les Schwab boat, and we're going to see if we can find some more speed for the Payne West boat.
That's my next question. What do you guys do now? Go back and talk about what you did? Look at the data?
Yep, got to look at that computer and see what we can do. We have a couple things, but we just have to see if they're going to work. So we'll see.
Well, congratulations. It's a good start. So the boat looked really good. Go talk to your crew and get out of that driver's suit.
Sounds great. Thanks.
All right. Brian Perkins, our second place finish.
Yeah, you talk about the boat looking good. I thought the driver was looking good. That was a fantastic job getting into lane number 1 and heading through rough water in West Coast Auto Dealers turn 1 into Tire Factory turn number 2. He was holding it steady and coming right over to Kevin in Tire Factory turn number 2. I mean, it was really hitting it hard and had that opportunity at the top end of the course. But, Andrew Tate and the Les Schwab boat, they're showing why they are leading in the point standings right now. And our point standings watch thanks to Perfection and Miller Paint.
Well, and you talk about points, and it's all about getting points today and in the early part of tomorrow to get into that final race. And so, hey, the U21, you heard Brian Perkins say, they weren't sure what they were going to get out of things. Well, they got some second place points. I mean, that's excellent. That's really good. And we'll see what Heat 1B holds for those 4 boats coming up.
And no points on the board for the defending champion, J. Michael Kelly, in the 12 Graham Trucking with the did not finish. Special thanks on our broadcast Back to Basics Chiropractic and Massage. Massage therapy, an ideal solution. You're able to get medically approved massage that coincides with your chiropractic care. It's back to the number 2 basics.com. Also thanks on our coverage on News Radio 610 KONA to Angelione. 100% Italian handcrafted sunglasses, designed shoes. Don't walk alone, walk with Angelione. Be bold, leave a legacy, help fight poverty with Angelione. Visit angelione.com to learn more. Hayden Homes has been building for nearly 30 years, offering high-end features without the high-end prices. Hayden Homes in the Tri-Cities, wishing you and your family a fun, safe, happy summer. Local Sportsman's Warehouse off Canal in Kennewick. Everything you need to help take it outside. Fishing and camping season's here, and so are the great deals at Sportsman's Warehouse. They're on Canal in Kennewick, along with Dermacare, Tri-Cities, and Derma Health Dermatology. Be sun smart this boat race weekend. Seek shade when you can. Wear sun-protective clothing. Reapply sunscreen frequently. Get a big hat. Happy and healthy skin is easy through DermaCare and DermaHealth Dermatology. Rollins Flooring, that's RollingsFlooringAmerica.com in Kennewick. Schooler, wheat harvest is here. Schooler's ready to serve you with fast, friendly, professional, and efficient service. Schooler will get you back in the field in no time. Give Ted Lowe a call, 509-792-1411. That's Schooler. They can help you during harvest time. American Transmission, with warm temperatures, it puts stress. It destroys your transmission. High standards are automatic. It's American Transmission, 628-1500. Also thanks to Water to Wine Cruises. Beat the heat. Join Water to Wine Cruises for a lunch or dinner cruise aboard the Chrysalis. See you on deck with Water to Wine Cruises. Monty's Liquid Cardamom, where you can improve your soil health. Learn more at montysplantfood.com, and you will harvest results. Jiffy Car Wash. They keep it spiffy at Jiffy, and we'll be handing out car wash gift cards just outside the Brutzman's Memorial Barge later today during the air show. Jiffy Car Wash, quick wash to hand waxing or complete detailing. It's Jiffy, part of the community for 43 years, Kennewick Avenue near Vista Way. And the Wallowa County Chamber, Wallowa Lake Tramway. It's too close, too beautiful, too fun to miss the summer. Plan your trip, WallowaCountyChamber.com. It's the Alps of Northeast Oregon, and it's not that far away. Richland Auto Care Center. Hot weather outside means your car's air conditioning is working really hard, or maybe not working at all. The auto AC experts at Richland Auto Care Center can make sure it's blowing snowballs. 1621 Terminal Drive in Richland. That's Richland Auto Care Center. Take a time out. Farmers Exchange, our title sponsor of HAPO Columbia Cup action since 95 years in the Tri-Cities, downtown Kennewick. Farmers Exchange has been part of our community. Keep up the good work. We'll take a time out here. It's Heat 1B. Thanks to Connell Oil, CO Energy. Next, News Radio 610 KONA.
In 1968, the McCary family opened their business off Road 170 in Basin City with a mission to provide meat and services to a small but growing community. That small community has continued to grow over the last 50 years, and McCary Meats has grown with it, becoming the only USDA-authorized processor in the area. McCary Meats has grown to offer more products and more services to the consumer, the rancher, and the hunter without sacrificing great service or their commitment to community. McCary Meats, celebrating 50 years in southeastern Washington.
Race into savings. Ready, set, no. Pay no sales tax on any Echo handheld power equipment this month at Farmers Exchange. In celebration of the summer's hydroplane races, Farmers Exchange will cover the sales tax for you. Echo handheld power equipment, choice of the pros, with easy-to-use custom ergonomic controls, lightweight design, and powerful professional-grade two-stroke engine technologies. And at Farmers Exchange, free pickup and delivery in the Tri-Cities. Race into savings this month. Ready, set, no. Farmers Exchange, 215 West Canal Drive, downtown Kennewick.
You still have time to get away from high payments and make your summer adventure a reality during the McCurley Integrity Subaru Summer Getaway event. Get low lease payments of $219 a month on the 2018 Subaru Outback 2.5i, built to take you to the place you've never been. Get a Subaru Outback today. Yours for only $219 a month at McCurley Integrity Subaru. Or save with as low as 0% financing on Foresters, Legacies, and Outbacks. Be the first to drive the 2019 Subaru Ascent. Come in today for a test drive. Summer isn't just another season, it's the best time to get adventurous. Hurry in and gear up. Get a $100 REI gift card with every vehicle purchase. It's McCurley Integrity Subaru's Summer Getaway event, located at 9620 Santa Fe Parkway in Pasco, and online at McCurleySubaru.com.
Stock number SUJ1137JD, 36 months, $29.99 to sign it, plus tax, license, insurance, stock, and dealer. Zero security deposit of 10,000 miles per year. Monthly payment of $15.87 for 1,000 borrowed. Present 2.0 IJJA01, MSRP 18,619. On approved credit, expires 7/31/18.
For the folks at Tire Factory, the most important part of your road trip is arriving at your destination and making it back home safely. Tire Factory has some added peace of mind with Michelin tires, roadside assistance, free flat repair from over 1,800 stores nationwide. Why Michelin? Because choosing tires that last longer saves you time and money. Come into Tire Factory today for a free vehicle safety check. Tire Factory on Dupertail, just off Queensgate in Richland, and 2 locations in Pasco. Trust what you love to Tire Factory.
Since 1939, the Grigg family has been serving the Tri-City area with their Griggs department store and the Tri-City A stores. It's about the commitment to you, the service they provide, and great brands at great prices that keeps this family-owned and operated business a staple of this community. Remember, they have 4 Tri-City locations to serve you and expanding the George Washington Way store in Richland. The Grigg family wants to say thank you for all your support. Griggs, their family serving yours for 78 years.
Physicians Immediate Care Clinics know that waiting isn't fun, especially when you're not feeling well. If your wait time may exceed 40 minutes, you're given the option to be called about 15 minutes before you're due to be seen. As an established patient, you can also call ahead to check their wait time, so you can stay at home until it's time to see the doctor. Physicians Immediate Care on Torbit in Richland. Go to picmic.com. That's PICMC.com.
Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000? Do you have tax problems? Pick up your mobile phone and dial **1234 on your keypad. This is attorney John Buckmiller, founder of Attorneys Tax Relief. We have experts that know how to help you out of the mess with the IRS. We can help stop wage garnishment, levies, and harassment. Get out of debt and settle with the IRS. Remember, it's as easy as *1234. Don't wait any longer. Dial *1234. That's *1234 on your mobile phone now.
Open your mind, open your world, open yourself to your surroundings.
On Northwest Ag Today,
the latest in local news.
Welcome into your Tri-Cities Morning News.
What's happening in Olympia.
From the 9th District, Representative Mary Dye.
National talk.
The Laura Ingraham Show.
Regional talk.
You've got the Lars Larson Show.
The only live and local talk in town.
Time for another edition of The Bottom Line here on News Radio 610 KONA.
Open your information highway. Alexa.
Yes.
Open KONA.
Now, back to News Radio 610 KONA's coverage of the 2018 Columbia Cup, presented by Farmers Exchange in Kennewick.
Back to the broadcast barge. Michael McDonald giving me a dirty look. Ed Dawson, a part of the broadcast team. And Brad Luce, Glenn Vaughan down in the pit areas. The turn 2, Kevin Rounds. And, you know, we're getting ready for heat number 1B. We're going to have 4 boats in the water. What's the status down in the pits, Brad and Glenn?
We're ready to go. We're 1 second mark, 5 minutes. Right there, the boats can come out. And now the noses are starting to tip out toward the center of the river. We've got the U3, the Griggs Ace Hardware, right below us. They are at the upper dock with the other Piston Grand Prix boats. They are away. You can probably hear them in the background. Jimmy Shane is away in the home street bank. Tom Thompson is away. And our last boat down at the dock, 9 with Aaron Salmon.
Hey, Brad.
Yes.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Go.
Let's go back to the previous heats. I'm sitting here with J. Michael Kelly. J. Michael, what happened out there?
Motor decided she didn't want to hold together anymore. She blew up, and you know, it's unfortunate because it's not cheap, and it puts this Graham trucking boat in a bad situation now. Now we, you know, our goal is to get in that final, and it definitely put us behind on that. So, you know, I got a great group of guys that are going to bust their tails to get this thing back into the show. We'll pull out another bullet out of the trailer or the truck and get it in there, and we'll just go out there and continue on what we're doing. You know, we're definitely going to go out there and try to put on a show and go make it tougher on these guys, and we'll do whatever we can to try getting in that final.
Were you noticing any problems when you were running earlier this morning?
No, everything's been great, and the thing's just been improving all weekend long so far. You know, I didn't notice anything until milling period in that heat, and we cut the course and to, you know, try to get ourselves in a good spot, and it felt like the fuel control laid down, and it took a while for it to come back, and then when it did come back, there was nothing there, and yeah, I shut it off once we crossed the start-finish line, and it just kept on getting slower, and then when I got out of the boat, that's when I looked in the back, and it does not look good. So.
Now, has your crew indicated that you guys will be back out for the rest of Saturday, or could we wait till Sunday?
No, I mean, we're going to do whatever it takes. I mean, they're definitely not going to give up. We didn't earn this tree last year for, you know, by sitting out, so they're gonna work hard. We're here to go race this weekend, and that's what we're gonna do.
Hey, Glenn.
J. Michael Kelly.
Similar situation right now with Jimmy Shane and the home street coming up the front stretch, heading down the front stretch. Lost power completely in the home street bank boat, but able to get back on plane. Of note, the 3 is out on the track.
Yeah,
the Go 3 Racing, Jimmy King out on the Columbia River course.
And Jimmy King cut the course in between just after turn 3.
Esco Electric DMZ.
And I think I saw the U1 kind of jerk away a little bit. Wasn't expecting the 3 to be there, and there may have been some washdown on there too, because right after that happened and the 1 crossed the start-finish line, he went dead in the water. He's back up now, and the U3 just crossed the start-finish line. How far are we out, Brad?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. So he definitely can. And before I can even spit it out, he goes.
Yep.
He heads across.
Yep, the ESCO DMZ. There goes Jimmy King across to the back stretch.
There is some grousing going on the radio here.
I would imagine. He might have a penalty.
Between the red 3 and the blue 1.
Yep.
There's some talking here. But right now, we haven't got anything. We'll just call it as it is right now with a $135. 135, guys.
So Jimmy Shane in the home street is in lane number 1. Oh, crossing the ESCO Electric DMZ, top end of the course. Jimmy King is coming down in the Griggs Ace Hardware, News Radio 610 KONA entry, and down the front stretch.
And do we see the 99.9 out there?
No, the 99.9 is headed back to the trailer.
Okay.
All right, so the home street, Jimmy Shane sitting in 1. Tom Thompson in 2. Here comes King in the piston boat. He will come on the outside with 1 minute, 5 seconds, Kevin. 1:05.
Absolutely. Jimmy Shane's going to get the inside lane, but Tom Thompson's going to be right up next to him, I'm sure. This is going to be a great test for the 11 because they've got maybe the class of the field, certainly the fastest in qualifying with that 1 boat right next to him.
Is Jimmy King going to try to take lane number 2? Seems like there's some room. No, he's going to settle up on the outside.
Yeah, I think he'll settle up in lane 3 right now.
All right. Yeah, it looks like Tom Thompson kind of edged over a little bit, but at the exit pin of Tire Factory turn 2, there was room. So Jimmy King will be on the outside in the Griggs boat, the 3. Tom Thompson in the 11, Reliable Diamond Tool, JD's, will be in lane 2, and Jimmy Shane
25
in the 1. Miss Home Street Bank will be in lane number 1. Top end of the course, you pull it Auto Parts turn 3 into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, and throttles down. Jimmy King is on the outside, and he has fallen off the pace quite a bit. We'll see who has full boat speed at the start-finish line. Tom Thompson is going to lead to the start-finish line.
Mark.
It's a good start.
It is a clean start. So Tom Thompson in the 11 is leading, but look at lane number 1. Here comes Jimmy Shane in the home street.
Yeah, you got 2 boats out front. It is Jimmy Shane. He's in lane number 1. Tom Thompson right next to him at lane 2. They're going to get down here side by side. Thompson got down here first, but Shane's got the lane position on the inside, Kevin.
Absolutely. It actually looks like Thompson might have had it pushed out. That boat wasn't turning like he wanted it to. And so Shane able to take the inside line, and it was smooth for the U1 out of Tire Factory turn 2 up to turn 3.
And note the 3, Griggs Ace Hardware has gone dead in the water. Jimmy King backing off the throttle on the front stretch, drifting back towards the Neil F. Lamson pits. It is a rooster tail lead now in this 4-lap race, heading up the back stretch for Jimmy Shane in the home street bank. And on the outside is the 11 with Tom Thompson. And this is going to be a tough one for Tom. But you think about the points in this one, it's a second-place finish if you finish.
Yeah, you got to finish. That's the big thing. And we still don't know if there might be any penalties assessed for the pre-race maneuvering. We'll have to wait and see on that as the 1 comes across first and to complete the lap, followed by the 11.
So it's Jimmy Shane leading by a rooster tail and a half in Heat 1B from CO Energy over to Tire Factory turn number 2.
Absolutely. Shane bouncing up off the water, walking the sponsons a little bit. Coming out of the turn, he does. Maintains that. Now it's maybe even a 2 rooster tail lead over the 11 as they go down the backstretch. And you pull it Auto Parts turn 3.
And Brad, talk about the philosophy now of a 2-boat duel and these boats just wanting to finish and get the points.
Well, I think they have different agendas here. They both want to finish exactly where they are. Jimmy Shane just wants to make darn sure he is in first place. That'll keep him even with Andrew Tate, who got a first-place finish in his first heat. Tom Thompson, he's in a great position right there. Running in second place, he'll take the 300 points. He's not going to push anything hard. This is the first section of heats. We got to run 4 before the final. It's all about earning points. I'll tell you, a boat that this whole thing helps out is the 12, the Graham Trucking, because now not a lot of guys are getting a lot of points here. And, of course, they, along with Jimmy King and the U3, are coming up with goose eggs here after the first section of heats. 2 in the books. We're on lap number 3. Shane down here first. Got a full rooster tail on Thompson. I'd look for him to just run like this the rest of the way, guys.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to kind of finish 1-2 and enjoy it. But this actually will get Jimmy Shane back in the point lead for the weekend after winning qualifying. So he'll have a 20-point lead if he is able to maintain it. Coming out of turn 2, though, he has about a rooster and a half lead over the 11.
Yeah, and this makes it all that much more important when we think about Heat 2A and 2B this afternoon at 4:20 and 4:40 from SML Pueblo Market. For somebody like J. Michael Kelly in the 12.
And the 3, too, depending on what that boat's...
They've been snake bit all weekend.
Yeah, they sure have.
Top end of the course, it's the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, and Jimmy Shane is holding on to a rooster tail lead. I tell you, he's not falling back. Tom Thompson is pushing it pretty good in the 11 outside the reliable Diamond Tool JD's entry. He's within the rooster tail, heading down the front stretch, and they have 1 to go.
And he's walking on the sponsons a little bit, too, was the 11.
Yeah, they both are now, and definitely Tom Thompson's gotten a little bit closer here. He's about halfway back on the rooster tail. I still don't think anything's going to change, but Kevin, you've got him in front of you.
Yeah, the right sponsor. Oh, Jimmy coming out of the water a little bit right there, flying around turn 2. I think he knows the 11 is within a rooster tail now, and he's going to have to push it a little harder than maybe he thought a lap or so ago. But Tom Thompson is staying right there with that U1.
He's not going away. He's
Thompson
inside
is
the rooster tail.
He is sending a message to everyone that even though the results may not be in doubt, that he's got a real contender with him on this U11.
Oh, Jimmy Shane saw him in the side view mirror. And
yeah, that too. He saw some yellow, so he put his foot down.
So Shane off of the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 exit pin onto the front stretch, and now he has a rooster tail, a full rooster tail, if not more, lead across the start-finish line. The checkered flag is out for Heat 1B from CO Energy.
Well, an interesting heat. We had one boat that didn't start, then another boat that didn't finish. And so then it became a 2-boat race, and the U1 happy with their first place points. The U11, I'm sure, quite pleased with second place points in this heat.
Yeah, absolutely. That second place points, you know, we got 6 boats on the front row on this big race.
You know, we were so excited to see the 3 get out on the race course. Griggs Ace Hardware and Jimmy King, and it just didn't happen.
No,
just didn't happen. You can see he was really pushing hard at the start of the race, and then he had to back out completely.
All the people there over there right in front of him, because he looks like he's about right next to the shoreline, so they're getting a real close-up look to the Turbinator and Mr. King in that U3.
Our pit crew is down working hard for us, A1 Refrigeration and Heating, and we'll have driver reaction coming up in just a few. Special thanks again to Farmers Exchange, your store for farm, garden, pet supplies. Home garden pets, they cover it all, and right now it's Ready, Set, Mow for your next mower from Toro or Husqvarna. Deep discounts and 10% off all accessories for them through the end of July. 95 years, Farmers Exchange, downtown Kennewick, and mowerhome.com. Offering free pickup and delivery, too.
And we got the air show coming up in a little bit.
Special coverage thanks to our friends at Bunch Finnegan Appliance and TV, 9 East Columbia Drive in Kennewick. Bunch Finnegan, special savings now on Bosch for your kitchen and Thermador. The kitchen experts will make that kitchen vision a reality for you.
Well, and again, looking at the midday schedule following the HAPO Over the River Air Show, we hope to see some 5-liter heat racing. We were going to have 2 heats yesterday, and that didn't develop. So
we had a third of one.
Yeah, that's right. We had about a third of one. And so even though the schedule today says heat 3, they got to run heat 1 and 2 before they can get to 3. That's the new math that I worked out in my head.
Well, good. I would like to go down to the pits and check in with our guys to see what's going on.
Well, I think Glenn Vaughan is down by, and he is right down there waiting for Jimmy Shane to step off of the U1. And
just wanted to make sure you were still there.
Hey, we're still here. We're good to go. I am just getting to the dock right now, and I'm going to be able to grab Tom Thompson, whichever one of us gets there first.
Special thanks on our broadcast to the Iron Wrench, General Maintenance, Wheels and Tires, the Iron Wrench on Clearwater, across from Winco on Facebook, and also the ironwrench.com, their website. Krigler Insurance, CIA Krigler Insurance for your auto, home, business, or life insurance is from CIA. And Riverfest, family fun educational activities, barge tours, salmon cannon food, family fun entertainment, September 8th at Columbia Park, right here from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Riverfest, our rivers, our way of life.
Hey, Michael.
Glenn, you've got it.
We are talking here with Jimmy Shane. Jimmy, first and foremost, good run out there. How'd the water feel?
Water was great. It's nice, really nice that we just have a slight breeze today. So
It's ideal conditions here and great racing weather.
Now, our guys at the start-finish line were speculating that you were having some issues with the boat out there. Was it running okay?
The boat was running good. We didn't want to push it too hard. We got washed down and coming around for the before the start of the race, and the 3-boat did not have the proper overlap to cut through and go in front of us, and unfortunately it put the fire out on our motor. It went right through his tail. So we'll have to have a little chat, but I think it was a good race. I wish Jimmy King would have got clear and got out there, and we could have had a 3-boat race. But Tommy and I ran a great heat, and hopefully it was a good show.
You guys did run a great heat. It was fun to watch. Talk to us about the importance of the points. Some fans out there might say 2 boats, not that interesting, but you guys still get points for first.
Oh yeah, well, we're definitely a points racing team. Our goal is the national championship every year, so we need to get each and every point that we can when we're out on the race course. So that's why it was really important for us to get the boat re-fired up after it got the fire put out, and hopefully that doesn't happen again this weekend.
All right, what are you doing to get ready for the afternoon?
Oh, we're just normal maintenance. The crew will go through the boat and make sure everything's tight, and we'll look at the data from that run, and then we'll make any changes that we feel we need.
All right, Jimmy Shane, thanks so much.
Good job, Glenn, and we'll just jump up the dock here just a little bit. I'm here with our second place finisher, Tom Thompson. Good run. You got to start, you got to finish. You had 3 of you start, but only 2 of you brought it home. You had a good run.
Yeah, the Reliable Diamond Tool presents Shandy is doing a great job. We're doing real well this year. We're improving. We're actually learning some things to make the boat faster, and it's been a lot of fun with this crew coming in and being able to tell them a few things that I can tell them to improve the boat rather than fixing the boat. So we're in great shape.
And I made the comment during the heat that this gives you a good opportunity to maybe measure yourself a little bit against Jimmy. That true statement?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good run yesterday with him in the Dash for Cash, so we kind of had a better idea where we were. We made a few changes, and today the same thing, and that's where we are. We're out there, you know, between, no offense to anyone else, but when you run against Jimmy or Andrew, they're the front. You know, they're the front, so you're going to compare yourself, compare to them.
Those are the guys you're eventually going to have to beat. How about water conditions? Everybody's been saying, as it always is, this lower corner's a little bit of an ocean.
Well, this lower corner, for some reason, will beat the crap out of you and the boat, and I really don't understand it. The race course itself is a great race course. You know, Tri-City is a great place to come, and we love coming here. But that turn, boy, it'll get you if you're too far in the back.
Well, it's a good start. Second place, 300 points. It's all about getting points and finding your way into the final late tomorrow afternoon. What'll you guys do now?
Well, we'll go look everything over, make sure everything's okay, get prepared for the second heat, and as the owner, crew chief Scott tells me, the same thing you just said, keep remembering, it's total points. You know, we got to go every heat, and that's what we're going to do.
Appreciate greatly you waiting down here and taking the time. Now go finish that bottle of water.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, Tom Thompson right there waited here in some hot sun, and he said, I'll wait here as long as you want. So they're all good about that sort of thing, and now the dock is pretty much empty. Michael, I'll throw it back up to you. That's the story here.
Have we seen the 3 get back over there yet?
The 3 is they're on that upper dock. And
yeah, the 3, they're swinging it up onto the rack right now.
Are you up that way, Glenn?
I am. I'm going to see if I can find Jimmy King and talk to him.
All right, meanwhile, we're getting ready, I know, for the air show, and the Miss Bardall, the 62 Miss Bardall, is in the water, so I'm assuming, Michael, you've got word on this, but we're going to have that hydroplane show again?
Yeah, it's a little, it's kind of an air and water race with the 62 Bardall and the stunt plane with Michael Wishkas. It's absolutely phenomenal opportunity for you to get your camera or your cell phone, which is your camera, and get photos, because you've not seen anything like it unless you were here yesterday.
So has Glenn caught up with Jimmy King yet?
I'm sure he'll jump in. I'm finding my way up there, but as soon as he can find Jimmy, and I'll look for him too, he might have hopped up in the truck. He's been out there a long time, and these driver suits are not what you'd call cool suits.
Well, Brad, you heard what Jimmy Shane said, that he was going to have what he said a little conversation, a little talk with Jimmy King and the crew, because we could clearly see that he did cut the course a little bit and did wash down Jimmy Shane, and that's what caused him to lose power right at the start-finish line.
Yeah, and that's typically what they'll do in a situation like that. These are big boats. They don't just turn on a dime. You can't hit the brakes and slow down. Once you commit a boat to turning and going somewhere, you pretty much got to follow it all the way through. And so a lot of times what these drivers will do is exactly that. Jimmy King, Jimmy Shane, they'll go find some place where nobody's around with a microphone or anybody else, and they'll hash it out between the two of them, shake hands, and go racing later in the weekend.
What about the potential for a penalty?
Well, it's always there. So you could have a penalty, which I would have well, it could still get called. Obviously, if it was called on Jimmy King,
if
it's
you
kind of
didn't
null
finish,
and void.
if you didn't finish, you wouldn't lose points anyway.
Yeah, so it'll be null and void. But if it was on Shane, that would change things a whole lot, and I'd have to go talk to Tom Thompson again.
And I don't think so, because he was in an established lane coming down the front stretch when it occurred.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't see it. I had just turned my head to check down in the pit area, and I heard, the oohs and the uhs when it occurred, and I looked up and I just saw Shane coming through the rooster tail. So I didn't see it, but the only thing I can say to that whole thing is a boat on the race course has priority over a boat cutting the course. And so I'm not even sure who was it Shane that was cutting the course and coming across?
No.
It was the other way, okay.
It was the three that came across right after clearing the turn 3 and cut the corner coming inside the course at turn 4. And you could see that Jimmy Shane jerked the boat out a little bit. He was surprised to see another boat coming up on him on the side there. So, yeah, if anything was going to come about, it was going to be the 3 impeding on the 1.
Well, and that's the same situation we saw in Guntersville when Cal Phipps was coming across the race course, and he was coming out onto the race course and entering it, coming front to back, and there sitting in lane 1 was Brian Perkins in the 21. Now, we had a whale of a collision. The skid fin on the 21 carved a nice big knife hole, like a hot knife through butter, on the outside right side deck of Cal Phipps's boat, and that is why we have the drop sponson here on the Oberto this week. It's been rebuilt, but yeah, we've seen that incident twice this year already in 3 races.
So we are gearing up for special air show coverage thanks to our friends at Bunch Finnegan Appliance and TV. And at Bunch Finnegan, pick any 2 qualifying Thermador appliances, get a Thermador dishwasher free, and the Bunch Finnegan Kitchen Pros will put it all together. Bunch Finnegan at 9 East Columbia Drive.